Today we're going to be having some karela, some daal, and some chapati. So let's give it a try. Bit of that. Bit of karela here, potatoes fried and whatnot. Some daal that has some tarka. The karela. This is it. It's a weird looking fruit, vegetable. It comes from the Indian subcontinent, also in China, also in Africa as well. It's grown in the summer months when it's quite hot. In English, it's called bitter gourd, bitter melon. It's high concentrated vitamin. Look at the texture, the skin, it looks like a dragon's skin. Introduced in the Indian subcontinent more or less around 14th century. It came from China actually. It's quite bitter, hence the name in English. It's bitter gourd or bitter melon, although it has nothing to do with bitter gourd. With gourd or melon. It has kind of a crunchy texture. You can cook the skin separately or together with the main product inside. The seeds generally are discarded. Actually, it's a fruit that's considered a vegetable. People tend to drink the juice for diabetes because it's what they believe is that anything that's bitter from the outside will be sweeter for your body, in the sense of like it's good for your body, which tends to be true, no? Like if you have stuff that's sweet on the outside, like sugar, it tends to be bad for your body, right? So it's good for diabetes, it's good for lowering your blood pressure, and it works as a great weight loss product as well. And it's excellent for people that are vegetarian, vegans, and all that. So we're gonna see how to cook some Karela Sabzi today. See you in a bit. The first step consists in peeling the karela. You chop it up into pieces, you salt it, and you leave it for around 25 minutes to 40 minutes. The objective of this is so that all the water of the karela will come out, just like that, and also it will reduce drastically its bitterness. We have gotten rid of the seeds as well, so it's no longer there, you can see, and that's how we've peeled it, by using a standard peeler. Something that goes well as a side dish to the karela dish are these dals, lentils. So we have chana dal here, and we have yellow mung dal here, which we've left soaked around 15 to 20 minutes. We're going to be cooking this with the dish as well. So we've thrown away the water that was soaking in this here, and we put it into a pressure cooker. We're going to add a bit of turmeric, salt, a tomato, and we're going to leave it to pressure cook for around 2 whistles. Just add the water, just so that's covered fully. Just a bit of turmeric, like a teaspoon, half a teaspoon. Salt will be around a half a tablespoon. And we're gonna add a tomato cut into pieces. We also add a bit of ginger there. Next we just cover it and leave it to pressurize. The karela has been washed, so all the extra salt has left. Now we're just coating it with a bit of normal flour, plain flour, because we're going to be frying it, and what this does is it gives it a bit of crispiness. You just mix it up properly like that, off it goes to the fryer. We've just peeled the potato as well. We're just going to cut it into little pieces because this will be fried after the karela. Our oil was heated up. In the back we have the lentils being made, and we're just going to fry up these karela for a little bit. The karela, which is pretty much done now, it's kind of crispy, you can see on the top, brownish, lightly browned. I'm going to remove it from the oil and leave it on a tissue paper. Next it was the potatoes that we were going to fry, so we're just going to lightly salt it, and mix it up, and off it goes to the fryer. That was the first whistle. That was the second whistle, but that was a short one. Nothing there, there's the third one. Definitive. Yep, that's it. So that's an indication that the lentils have been cooked in a pressure cooker. The potato is ready as well. We just want it lightly browned, not that fully fried. I'm just going to leave that on the tissue paper as well. We have all the preparations ready here for the gravy. We have an onion, we have Greek yogurt, we have garlic, we had a thumb size ginger, and we had 2 tomatoes. The tomatoes and the ginger have been grated here on the thicker end, like that. We just grated it, because if it's in thick pieces, you'll be feeling that, so it's better to just grate it up. The yogurt, it's not compulsory, although what it does is that if there's any bitterness left in the Karela after frying it while you're making it, it will neutralize it. In a pan, we have a bit of oil here that has been heated up already. We're gonna add a little bit of cumin seeds, half a teaspoon of fennel seeds, and we're gonna add the onions and fry them. The onions now are a bit blander now. We're gonna add the tablespoon of garlic. Gonna mix it up. So we're gonna add the half a teaspoon of turmeric, a teaspoon of coriander powder, half a teaspoon of garam masala. Mix it up, a bit of water, keep stirring and soften it up. Now we're gonna add the tomatoes. We'll just leave the tomatoes for a little bit. We're gonna cover it. Once it's been covered for a minute so that the water comes out, we add 2 tablespoons of yogurt. We mix it up again. And we cover it. We've left it for a little bit covered while the yogurt and the tomato was doing its job. You can see the oil coming out from the corner. And now it's when we're gonna be adding the fried mixture that we did earlier of the Karela and potatoes. We just keep stirring for a little bit until everything is mixed up. And we're just gonna cover it and leave it for around 5 to 10 minutes. We'll just keep an eye on the mixture every now and then, open it up and stir it. You can see the oils come up on the corners. You can mix it up once more, taste it. If it needs salt, add salt. In our case, it's done. And we're just gonna garnish it with a bit of fenugreek leaves, which is kasturi methi in Indian. There we have it. And that's the end of the dish. We just mixed it up now. And you just cover it for a little bit and turn off the fire. We're gonna give the tarka to the dal that we had prepared earlier. We start by heating up 2 tablespoons of ghee and adding half a teaspoon of hing, which is asafoetida, which I call it the Indian MSG. Add a teaspoon of cumin seeds, add a teaspoon of garlic, add a few leaves of curry, 2 teaspoons of coriander powder, half a teaspoon of cumin powder, half a teaspoon of chili powder. When everything is mixed up, you add salt. The salt is not compulsory. It's try your lentils before. If they are needing some salt, you add the salt to the mixture. Otherwise, you skip the step. We add a teaspoon of mango powder, amchur. Pour it into the lentils. That is what we call a tarka, which is basically it gives a bit more flavor to the lentils. It enhances it. So there we have it. That's it. Just mixed up the tarka and we'll leave it like that. Hope you liked the recipe of the bitter gourd, Karela, and the daal. And if you liked it, please remember to subscribe, like, and I'll see you next time.